preview of just
Hello.
now. It says we're on stage.
All right. Let's see how long it takes. All right. Yeah, we just phased it on in. Look at that. All right. Let's see how long it takes. All right. Yeah, we just phased it on in. Oh man. See now I got sound in my thing, man. This is oh, that's
That
why.
might just be you.
Hold
Your
on.
web page.
Oh man. See now I got sound in my thing, man. This is oh, that's why.
That's
Hold
trippy ass background though. That was cool.
on.
I love it.
That's why. Appreciate it. Hello? Hello?
Yo, I can hear you.
Can you hear me
I can
now?
hear. Yep, I can hear you.
All right.
I can hear you good, and I don't hear any echo weirdness.
I got like all these dang screens going on, man. I got like 5 different screens going
Yeah,
on.
man. Sometimes you can have too much though, so just you might want to. You'll figure it out as you go. You'll be able to use all 5 screens at one point. You know, it's just new to you, right? So
Yeah,
you're just
it's
learning.
really new.
You're just learning.
So I just hope I wish somebody was here so we could say, hey, do you guys see what we see? You
Well,
know
I
what I'm
see the
saying? Like,
live preview. I see you and I like on my room Mux, whatever the heck that website's called. I see
yeah.
you and me on the screen, and then the background tunnel in the background behind us. But it's not on YouTube yet. You might still have to hit go live on YouTube, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I gotta
I'm already live. I can see us on the channel. I'm watching
on
us on the
YouTube.
channel now.
Am I missing it? Oh, there we are. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why in the world I look like crap. I look like good. I look really
You look
good.
good on the
Oh,
channel, like on YouTube.
yeah.
And YouTube video looks crisp as hell. I think it
Okay.
has you zoomed in right now, like on your. You know what I mean? Because what I
Yeah.
see on YouTube isn't the same as what I'm seeing right now.
Okay.
You know how you can see this weird like frosted bottom and top of mine,
Uh
but
huh.
on yours I don't see that. I just see you full like in that full window. But on YouTube, I see you just like me, like where I only see you in the 16:9
Yeah.
ratio.
Yeah. I put it like
So I
that so
think
we can
that
go.
might be a setting on your
You see that? Like I just went full like that.
Mac. Oh yeah, now we changed. Yeah, now we're both full screen.
Yeah.
We're both
So
wearing red. We didn't coordinate this.
no, we didn't coordinate this at all. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that's
But
funny.
I did that because we have the background and we have the music going and we got everything going and so it's about that time. So we got 3 minutes and everybody's coming in. So let's just say, hey, we're officially starting because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Hey, we do. We do. We're just learning. We're learning.
All right. So let's. I got something new for us here. We go here and do this. So give us 2 seconds and we'll be right back. So everybody, thanks for coming out. Anybody want to come on? If anybody is in there, says two in the chat. So I guess that's just us two. But anybody else come in, hey, we appreciate it. So we're gonna start this off just like this. All right. That was the intro that I put together for us. So it was a little trippy. I
I
don't
like
know
it.
how that works very well, but we're trying. It showed, but so
I like it. I mean, once it gets cohesive, you know,
yeah,
we'll get
it'll
it
be
going.
good.
Yeah.
So how was your week, man? How was everything going with you?
Well, things are going pretty good. You know, something is brewing that seems pretty exciting. So fingers crossed that that happens for me, and I'm excited about that,
Okay,
like a lot. So kind of combining a bunch of passions together. So we're gonna hope, fingers crossed.
okay, that's awesome all in itself, man.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, it
glad.
is.
I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm
And
always a
then
positive energy type of guy, man. You
yeah,
know,
and
I
it
like to make sure.
helps. You know, doing that, being positive with others and stuff, I think is you get it in return. You know,
Yeah,
you really do. How
that's
was your
cool.
week?
Oh man, my week was a little different. I really enjoyed myself. You know, I work like crazy, so
Yeah.
I work these like stupid hours, and everybody's always like, "Yo, man, you're like never off work." And I'm like, I'm not. I'm always on work. I'm literally on work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I'm always on call. That's just kind of the nature of the beast of my job. But it went pretty good. I mean, I got some stuff done. I had some crazy, weird stuff happen in this area. Uh, little bitty stuff here and there.
Yeah.
Trying to make the best of it. Finally got my pinball table together. Finally back together. I got
Oh, that's nice.
and I will be releasing this. I got a video of me doing from Tulsa, from JC. JC, I have one of the very, very few limited Tulsa arcade back boxes out there in production. I
Oh,
have
that's
one of those. I finally got it skinned. It's installed and it works and it looks awesome. So
that's
that will
actually
be
really
coming
nice.
out soon. And I finally little sneak preview. I remember I told you I was waiting on my stream deck, and I got a little sneak. I did a little something else that's a little bit of content conscious. I know it's kind of old, but this thing right here
Oh, the
is
PSP. Or yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Did you hack it?
It is hacked to the T.
That's cool. I've never done that, so that's really cool to know about. Like,
Yeah,
that's a good unit too. I like that color.
yeah. So like
I always
the
wanted a. There was a white one that had Darth Vader on it that I wanted at one point.
yeah, I love it, man. I just don't know. I don't know what I wouldn't change anything else about it. It's awesome. So it's white. It
I'll
matches
have
my
it forever.
setup. So I went on and did that. But yeah, man, I'm do the video on that, man. I don't know if anybody else on the channel has ever hacked one of these things, but they are
I don't
super easy
know.
to hack. Like I'm surprised they're not doing like hack classes in kindergarten with this thing. I'm like, for real, like it's not complicated.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I've had some other stuff that was way harder than this. So
Yeah, like
I'm sure.
Fightcade's super easy. Like that seems to be pretty cake and easy, but um, there's other things that like the Steam Deck and dropping ROMs and
Yeah,
BIOSes and stuff. That gets a bit different because you got to have the right BIOS for the right ROM packs and stuff. So
yeah.
that's a more wild westy. It's not like there's just one location where somebody has says like, "Oh, here's everything you need." It's like you got to go find a lot of it yourself.
Okay, we got a viewer. You got Chosen back in.
What's
What's
up,
going on,
chosen?
Chosen? I just lost you. As far as volume goes, I don't know what happened.
Oh, you
Oh, there
lost
you
me
go.
again?
You're back.
Okay, I don't know. I thought I turned off the little noise cancellation thing, so it didn't do that to me. We should be good.
Hey, Chosen, do me a favor. You're our guinea pig. We got brand new streaming software. So tell me, can you hear the music in the background? And can you see us clearly? How do we look? Tell us how we look. All right, let me know what's going on. If it's too loud, if it's too quiet, if it's
What
way out there.
what else we got going on for streams in the
Okay.
world?
What can you hear us? Can you hear us okay? The music not so much. Okay, hold on. How about this? Let's see. Let's see if we can do this here.
Oh, he says he can't hear the music. He said we sound good, like when we talk, though.
How about that? Oh, what's up, What's up, beautiful one? How does it sound? How does everything sound and look to you?
Oh, I should.
Oh, the chat is on delay. I don't know. I don't think so. It's a look. I can tell with this stuff. It's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, it doesn't
Huh?
seem that bad.
Said the music isn't coming through at all. That's
Let me
odd.
get my
Let's
load.
see here. Uh, Give me 1 second. Let me see what I can do with that. That's the wrong thing. Why can't I get? Oh, there it goes. Oh, you know what? I got it. I know what happened. Wait, voice. There we go. And now it's too loud.
Figures, right? But that's good. I mean, this is exactly how you learn. There, now we got the logos.
What you say?
I moved my logo down into the corner so it was more matching.
Okay.
So that
So
maybe I might move it to the other side.
thanks, Chosen. Appreciate it, man. Can you guys hear the music now? I added it to the stream.
I just realized I could take a bunch of PNGs and make a little animation with one person, just make them jump around the screen.
Oh, that's cool. That's dope.
Because like I just thought about that. I was like, wait, I can grab my like little thing and make it jump all around and swirly whirly, and I was like, I could make a little figure.
Let's see. This is cool. All right, all right. So, thank you guys for coming. Very faint the music. Okay, so I have played with this music thing just a little bit, and
Just a little bit.
let's see.
Wiggle it just a little bit. Thanks for putting that song in my head.
And I think that I have given it all that she has gotten, Scotty, as far as that
She
goes.
can't take any more, Captain.
All right. So I'm gonna try it from there, and then we go figure it out later. I mean, we have to do some. We may have to do some test streams later. So yeah, like I said, I had a good time, man. So I got a couple of things on. We talked about some things we was gonna do this week. So we got some big stuff that dropped this week, man. Everybody was kind of excited about, and we kind of wrapping the week up. So hopefully that everybody kind of likes it, and we kind of get to talk about it. It's the arcade one up, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to see lower prices.
Yeah, yeah. So we gonna start off like this. We got a little something going on, so we can do this now.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah. So we got lower prices. We talk about that. How about we switch it out? Since we started talking about the lower prices, we'll go there first. How about that? Lower prices. So talking about the lower prices, look like we got a bunch of legacy cabs that came out and some other stuff that came out now, and they're all gonna be coming out around the 499 price point, which is actually kind of great for cabs that are online, man. I think that's dope, man. Finally you're getting a bunch of the cabs that have either a bunch of the games that you really want to
Leaderboards or
see.
actually online play. Yeah.
Yeah, that you want to see, plus the functionality of being able to play with people online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So I
like
thought
I
it was
think
dope.
Mortal Kombat Online is gonna be a game changer for a lot of people. I think that cab's gonna do well no matter what the screen is like in the end.
Yeah,
I'm
I think it's
thinking.
gonna be dope, man. I had the liberty of catching this Marvel versus Capcom cabinet back here that I got, man, for little or nothing. I think it was one of those I hate my husband's sales. I caught it for like $300. Like she put it on Facebook Live, and it was like on there for 10 minutes. I caught it. She was like, "Come get it."
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, like I think that that cabinet though, when it gets if the MVS X2
Hmm.
comes out, um, Marvel versus Capcom 2, like that it's gonna be. I don't know why I said MVS X2. I don't know. I'm thinking about my arcade cabinet behind me, but
Yeah,
Marvel versus Capcom 2, if that actually comes out on a cabinet, that's gonna go crazy because that community keeps growing and growing and growing. I even see videos popping up about how that community is growing. So I think this 499 price point is a good way to get a lot of people that are like, hey, I love this game. They'll get it. and it does suck about the screen, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Hey, for everybody that's in the stream, I just found the very first hiccup with the new software. So I can't I can't send your chats out and put them on screen just yet. I haven't figured out how to do it yet.
Mm.
So I see everything in the chat. So don't think that we're ignoring you guys. Like Chosen, not ignoring you at all. Reading everything you got to say. He said Chosen says 4.99 is cool. Bit giving up a better with screen to get it. I don't mind that. Got to give to get. That's true. You got to give to get. It says I don't wonder if the Lexi cabs will be at the discount as well. I don't think they're going to be discounted. I think that that's going to be the price. I think that right now, what you're getting as far as new cabs, I think that's it. That's with them putting the new boards. They got new PCBs that are just a little bit beefier. Nobody's really talking about that. Those PCBs can handle a little bit more stuff, and we know they're going to be coming out because it's almost going to be a little bit like of the same PCBs that they're going to be putting in some of the other machines and some
Mm-hmm.
of the XL cabs. And I heard a rumor that it was going to be the same PCB that they're going to be putting in their updated pinball. So I think they went with one PCB that was a little bit beefier, one single board PCB that's almost like a microcomputer that can handle everything. So I don't think that it's going to be a problem with that. I think that it's going to be a okay. As
Yeah.
far as I heard.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I would like to see them release things in conjunction, though. I don't like this legacy cab thing, and then maybe they're going to do like a Pro and an XL. I'm not a
mhm.
fan of like staggering those releases. I don't
Okay,
know.
I do too. I saw that it would have been really cool. Like we got a little bit here. Let me see if I can go up here and pull this up. Um, I got if I still have it, if I can figure out where it is. Like I said, new stuff, new stuff. Let's see if I can pull this back out on here. Um,
I'm like on fire here. It's funny that we're wearing red too. It's fitting. Look at my face. It's like I'm. It's the same color as my shirt almost.
yeah,
I'm
that's
not
cool.
doing that bad. If I start glistening, it's bad. I'm not sweaty yet. We're good. But it
Got
is
it.
hot. It's hot. It's like 95 degrees with like 100% humidity.
Yeah. So here we go. We got
Oh,
the
we're
stuff.
looking at my family tree. The peasants.
Oh, my bad, my bad. I don't know what that was. I have no idea where that came from. That was really weird. I
I
apologize. What is that?
thought it was funny.
Okay.
That's where I came from.
Oh, there it goes. So I was looking at this information here um, about the
Yep.
Midway stuff about the cabinets. So let's go back into Arcade One Up, showing the stuff they had here. Just showing all the prices of everything that they had. So it was pretty cool. I think that that going through all of the different things that the Mortal Kombat, it looks like it's gonna be cool, man. I think at 4.99, man, being able to play that thing online is gonna be dope. I think that
Yeah.
a lot of people are gonna shy away from that may actually shy away from getting some of the bigger calves, man. I mean, because I think that to me that was the pinnacle. Like, hey, I could buy a bunch of these things at the $400 to $500 price point. If they fall a little bit, then I can catch them a little bit cheaper, and I can get a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? I can get some of this good stuff. And now the fact that they have online play, I like this price point. I like it, like you see, like the Legacy Cab and some of the other stuff they have there, man. I think
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that's
No, I think
actually
it's a
dope.
great price point because some people don't even want the thing on a riser.
Yeah,
So, they want to be able to take it off and have it be a sit down cab or something like that. So yeah, I think offering them is still needed, and the price point is good because you can get a lot more of them, and people who've already been collecting them, they get to keep that aesthetic going, which is also really nice. Um, so that's really cool. But and I don't like the Pro line necessarily because I don't know if that's going to be worth it. I need to see what that thing's going to cost. But I
Oh,
think
they're
like
$1,000. You can go ahead and cancel that. You can cancel Christmas. It's gonna be $999.99
yeah, that's I
at
don't think
least.
that's worth. That's not
At
worth that to
least.
me. The way I look at it is those things. I'd rather just buy like an XL that's like the NBA Jam that's just kind of like one full piece, and then I know the control deck's not really a different height, but I like one full piece. So if I wanted to either buy riser ones because I already have a bunch of them, or I'm just starting out, I have a choice between the two. But I think if they were gonna like nix the Pro line and only do XLs, they need the rise up the freaking control panel at least 6 inches.
Yeah,
I think
I
so.
got
I
you.
don't
I mean, just give that good line in the middle in the sand.
know. Yeah. Because 499, 699 would make sense then.
Yeah.
You do the 699, you get a 19-inch monitor. Maybe you get like clone buttons, so like the Sanwa clones or something like that, or Hap clones.
Actually, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, man. I don't understand. I want somebody to make this make sense to me.
What?
That of why the button thing is such a problem. All you keep hearing everything about
Yeah,
buttons,
it's not
joysticks.
necessarily the button. In my mind, it's the switch you're using in the button and how responsive the switch is. But the button a lot of times is like how much does it spring back? Then there's the concave buttons versus like the like the Japanese style Sanwas or whatever that are dome shaped. I mean, I have
Uh-huh.
some of them here actually.
Well, what I'm saying is not that. And let me since like I said, since the chat is down and I can't put the chat up there, let's read
Yeah,
about
let's read
chosen.
what Chosen One's saying here.
He says what he said what if he said pro never comes out because no one will pay $1,000 anymore. Do now. What's it? They'll ride with the XL. I agree. I mean, because the XLs, I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
I really, other than the mishaps that people said that they had with the golden tee, I'm eventually gonna get that golden tee because I like
I
golden
mean,
tee. I
yeah,
almost bought an OG golden tee cap that was
I
so
agree. I'm
much
gonna
like
do the
that one.
same thing. Wait for it to go on sale a little bit because there'll be plenty of them left around.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna do this. I got the music playing in here, but I'm gonna take these headphones off because
Okay.
be honest with you, I can't hear you.
All
I'm just
right.
gonna be honest with you. I can't hear anything. All I hear through the headphones is music. I don't know what the heck is
Really?
going on
Can
with
you
my
hear
stuff.
me? Should I like bring a mic closer?
No, no, no. I
Hello.
can hear you just fine. It's like
Okay.
I got like monitor speakers up here, and it's like it's barely coming through the monitor. So you're crystal clear. What it
Okay,
is
gotcha.
that for some odd reason my stuff isn't coming through on my headphones. I don't know. Like I said, I got a lot of
Yeah.
play with. It says
I got
what
too many
chosen.
things going on. But I like have this button that's it was it's a flat button. It's not even like domed or concaved.
Yeah.
Um
Hello.
or convexed.
Okay. So I get it. What I'm saying is like okay. So
Yeah, you got one there.
so
Are those flat buttons or are they
these
slightly
are the
domed?
flat buttons, right? These are the
Yeah, that's
Sanwa
what that's.
flats
Yep,
with the
that's the one.
Sanwa joystick. So
Nice.
I get I get it. Like I play with Sanwas, but what I'm saying, my biggest problem with it was, what's the problem with pricing? I bought my Sanwa kit. It's a genuine Sanwa kit, and it didn't cost that much. I can't see Arcade One Up going to Sanwa saying
Yeah, you
I
make a
need
good
enough.
point. Like I think $60 is usually the Mac 65 for a kit. I think when I
I
last
mean,
time
I
I
think
looked.
I've seen them for $45, for 40
Okay,
bucks. My thing is if you're Arcade One Up and you got to buy
a
10,000
100,000
sets
of
of
them.
buttons,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what's the problem with getting quality buttons? I don't get it. If you're gonna offer a cab that has all of this stuff in it,
Yep.
you're pretty much going full size.
Yeah.
You're going with a 19-inch monitor. You're going with basically upgraded sound. You got
Mm-hmm.
the new PCB. You're
Yep.
already vested. Why not give quality buttons? Because I mean, no offense, I love the fact what all these guys are doing when they're doing these control decks, these custom control decks. Like Bobby's control deck is
The
dope.
thing's freaking cool, but
Yeah,
I don't think it's
everybody's
cheap. It's pretty expensive. I think.
And they're niche. They're really niche products. I think that they're, like I built my fight stick.
Yep.
I can't really I can't justify buying one. I think that they're really dope. I think they make really good gifts for people who can who can do it. I think
Yeah.
that's cool. But I think that it would be even better if those joysticks and those buttons already came in the cab. So if you wanted to do an upgraded fight stick or something like that, that's not the issue. You're just
Yeah.
talking about buying the stick or the panel, and you're just transferring that stuff over. I mean, why not? If you're gonna make these systems, why not give quality? Why not give some of the best you can get? I just don't get it.
Well, you make a good point. It's kind of, you made me start thinking about what if they did like, is the expression a la carte when you get to like pick what you want on it, or is that, I don't know. But like, what if you were like, they had a website and they're like, okay, pick your game. I want Pac-Man, or I want King of Fighters, or I want Killer Instinct, or well, King of Fighters doesn't exist, but whatever. But you can pick any of the arcade one-up licenses that they have, and then
Yeah.
you just can pick your components. Like,
True.
oh, well, I just want your low-end monitor. I want your low-end control deck. I just want it as a piece of furniture. So give me all the cheapest crap you got.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I want to use this and play games online with my friends. Upgrade the monitor and upgrade the buttons.
True. I get you. Chosen. I like what you're saying. I don't think they'll ever do that because it's too much for them. You know. But Chosen also said he said I it don't cost. What he said, it doesn't cost much to switch out the buttons. We all agree with that.
Yep.
Beautiful one says it would be good if it came as a upgrade option. Now, like
Mm,
much like what you just said, okay, so if even if you didn't give all of that functionality or all that ability to swap, we know the
yep.
PCB, the screen, the cabinet, everything's going to be the same, but you have two different SKUs. And I'm gonna tell you why I think that even that's crazy, because you're literally talking about $40 worth of buttons. Okay, even if you buy two kits, that's $80. But
Yeah.
how much money is How much will Arcade One Up be paying for a kit? If they went to
Maybe the price
Benoit and
difference
said,
is like those crappy ones are like $2 versus a kit for $40.
"Yeah,
I don't know.
I got you," but if they went to San Juan and bought them, I guarantee you they wouldn't be $40. Or if
Well,
they
no,
even
you're
went with
right.
a
They'd
good
be
with a
hopefully
good
half price, or
yeah, like a really good clone. So there's
yeah,
some really, really good clones out there.
there
Let's
are.
say they got the clones from a manufacturer. They went to a manufacturer that solely manufactured clones, and they
Hmm.
got the sets for $8.
Yeah, I mean that'd be cool. I mean, I think that would be doable. Um, I don't. I don't know why they don't. I know SKUs add a lot of money and cost to businesses, and doing what I said is not very viable because there'd be too many open SKUs, and it's like custom order, built to custom order, which is also more expensive because then you have to have staff to do that. But it'd be nice to have that option. Like, oh, well, we have these pre-built ones and these pre-built ones. We have like a pro, we have
Mhm.
Legacy Pro, and then maybe an XL. Maybe they have three of them. Or you could just do a mix and match of whatever you wanted in it. Or you could even do a mix and match and pick licenses. Be like, oh, you could put any of the Namco licenses onto the same cab. So like Pac-Man based stuff and things like that. Like you could all put those on the same cab, and for every game you added like 15.99, and then you could pick your marquee game. Like
True.
they could just open up all those possibilities, but that would cost so much money. And I think the simplest thing to do is to have well, I don't know. I still think that's not a bad idea because think about this. My Tron experience, they had to ship me a new PCB, a new control deck. They had
Okay.
to ship, they had to ship me two PC. They shipped me two PCBs and a control deck.
Okay.
That was a lot of SKUs. Those are still SKUs that exist. It's not like that's any different than what I'm talking about to like build it and then custom make they make the thing on the site for you. It's really not that custom. It's like, oh, do you want cheap or do you want expensive?
That's what I say.
Cheap or expensive? Cheap or
I like that
expensive? That's it.
option. I would like say, hey, look, do you want? And I think that's the mode they were trying to go with the XL cabs and going with the with the premium or whatever they want to call them, the top tier cabs. This is what Chosen said. He says, I got it. The retail cabinet came with the crappy buttons, but if you order from Arcade One of them directly, you can customize it when
Yeah,
you have a reason to order them.
that's a
Yeah,
great way to like put it, because then Walmart, Best Buy, they'd only be dealing with the SKU that's in the box,
yeah,
where
yeah.
Arcade One Up would have everything else.
And,
Yeah, that's a good
I'm gonna
idea.
tell you why I really agree with you, because you had certain cabs that were order only, like you had the
Mm,
Burger Times and all these other cabs that came out that they were strictly
yeah,
order only, and then the majority of the SKUs that went out were people ordering them online. And then at that point in time, they could have said, "Hey, I want this, or I want that, or I want
yep,
this SKU," because you at that point, I mean, have you even produced all of them at that point? I mean,
good point.
how hard would it be to make those changes?
Yeah, I mean that's a really interesting way to think about it too. And I don't know about you, but I'm definitely armchairing this. I don't know anything about manufacturing of arcade cabinets.
Yeah, and I guess
Just
okay,
throw that disclaimer
and
out there
I'm
for
gonna say
myself.
this. You say you don't like because
I don't know, but you might
I,
know about
I'm mod.
manufacturing more sense.
Yeah, I do a lot of mods. So I was like, I'll talk about my past in the arcade thing.
Hmm.
So I used to do a lot of customized cabs. I used to build a lot of the arcade
Oh,
one up
nice. Yeah,
cabs out before they made all these kits and stuff available. So
nice.
it was a thing. So I understood the difference between the buttons and the joysticks and doing the monitor upgrades and getting the vinyl and doing this, and doing,
Yeah.
hiding it and adding all these little custom tricks and stuff. I've
Hmm.
made I probably got two or three custom decks for Pac-Mans and other stuff down in my basement now that look perfect, but I just don't have a use for them anymore. Um,
Yeah.
so I get it. I get that that it would be a thing, but I think that it would have to be very much simplified. It would be
Mm.
a either or. I think that going the route of saying no, going a la carte would be that XL cab, or that if Arcade One Up decided to say we're gonna come out with a full size XL deluxe cab that gave you more of the experience of
Hmm.
the traditional real cab, where they licensed them and they have the shapes and they have everything pretty much coming, but it's like a lightweight version of the
Yeah.
real original cab. I would say yes, a la carte for sure. But if we're talking about like legacy cabs or just the upgrade cabs, like
Hmm.
we have the what are those cabs called? I'm sitting here trying to figure out what they're called, and
Cabaret cabs or the cocktail
what's
cabs,
these things
the
called?
sit
The
down
ones
ones,
the ones where
cocktail
they just had the what all of the
multicade.
hold up, now where they at? I'm pulling it up now.
All right.
Like the golden T one, where it's just an XL, where it's just an XL. It's not a
Mm,
deluxe or anything like that. It's just a large cabinet. You know, say the XL cabinet just has two SKUs, fully
yeah.
loaded and entry level.
Nice.
I think that would be probably an easier thing for them to stomach than saying, hey, we don't have time to build all of these cabs that basically don't cost us nothing and get them on the shelves that long. But now, if you're talking about like a deluxe cab,
Yeah.
where you're talking about you can charge anywhere between maybe $1,000 to $1,500, depending on the quality you decide to put in it. And
Yep.
people are getting the replicas of, since you have, like you said, since you have the IP license, you're getting the replica of what was there before. Like the cabinet can almost be made to look so much like the real cabinets. I would like to have the option to make that thing as good as possible. I think it would be nice.
Well, you make some good points. You made me think about a couple things. One's way off left field, so I'll save that for last. But like, I think about like IKEA furniture. Like I have
Hmm.
an IKEA desktop. It's cardboard inside of this two pieces of like these four pieces of laminate or whatever, however many pieces of like this thin laminate wood that they use, and then inside of it is honeycomb cardboard, and it's super light, but it's structurally sound. LCD monitor panels are pretty light. A PCB board's pretty light. The most, the heaviest thing on it would be you reaping on the joystick and the buttons.
Hmm.
And so you could probably put some kind of like simple, stronger framing to cover that part, but then build the whole entire cab out of something so light that you could like literally pick it up over your head and it would look like one of those comical like guys who pick up the things that say 500 pounds, but they're fake, like, because that's how light it is. It would literally be almost made out of cardboard. So it would, if you fell into it, it wouldn't last. But that'd be a lot cheaper, like way cheaper. Because one of those desktops from IKEA is like $40, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So, and it's like 8 feet long. So
Yeah.
that's the other thing too. Like, if you can get one of those that's 8 feet long for 80 or $40 or whatever, you cut that in half, you got your two side panels. But so the thing I wanted to talk about that's kind of like way left field is the a la carte thing. What if you expanded it? Because I know that like back at one point, Rev said that he likes his cabinets short so he can sit down and play them because he just sits in his computer, his desk chair, and then
Hmm.
rolls over and plays them. And I think that's a great idea. What if they offered tiers? Like, I don't want to, like what they used to, no riser. But now they have a couple different things. There's like riser, and then there's the extra piece that they've been adding. Like, if you go back to your Mortal Kombat picture, you can see at the bottom, whoop, I punched my microphone. You can see at the bottom, right below the dragon's feet, it looks like they added an extra panel to increase the height of it or something.
Yeah,
Because
it's
the
the same thing
graphic
they
used to,
did in the Street Fighter, the Big Blue,
yep,
that little expansion panel.
yeah. So they did one of those, but I think this one might be a little shorter. It's not as big, maybe.
Okay.
But I think like, what if you added different sizes? So hey, I want a full size. Like I want it to be the height of the original, like a 1-for-1, or I want it to be 3/4, or I want it to be 7/8. I don't know the different fractions of them all,
Yeah.
But like I think having more, because they're already kind of doing that. They're doing these little desktop model things, and then they have countercades, and then they have, the riser based cabs, and then there's ones that you can buy with no risers. I think they should embrace that customization that they've created. And I couldn't spit out the damn word.
I got you.
But
I'm sitting here reading what Chosen just said.
yeah,
So
let's. What's
Chosen
he have to
said,
say?
he says too many SKUs. He
And
says
he's
should
right.
only be legacy, then XL, then Pro. He says with an XL with options should be at Game Direct. The legacy cap should be in stores. I
Yeah,
agree.
that's a great. That's a. Come on, chosen one. Come on the show. You'll be our guest because you got
Hey,
better
how about
insight than
this?
I
Hey,
do.
matter of fact, Chosen,
Seriously.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it out here to you. Since you're always on here, you get a chance to watch us, man. If you want to be on the show, and hopefully we can get some of these bugs tripped out, let me know right here in the chat. Then I can get in touch with you for next week, man, and maybe we can get you on, man. We'll do a 3-person panel. How about that?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
He says most WalMarts and Targets don't even call arcade one ups in the store. Don't even have
I
arcade one
believe
ups
it
in the store.
because
Well, they
my
just
both.
cleared out everything. They just
Yeah,
cleared
my
out everything.
WalMarts don't have them anymore. A section. My Best Buy still does, but yeah, Target and Walmart don't have them at all anymore.
Well, I think it's
But
just a
near me,
momentary thing. I think that from what I'm understanding is that they're just clearing them out for the new legacy cabs. I mean, because they have the shelf space and they sell them. They're not done selling them.
yeah,
Walmart isn't done selling. If Arcade One Up ever left out of Walmart, they would be done. That would be the end of
yeah.
Arcade.
Like I used to work at a grocery store stocking shelves, and I remember manager would tell us about how some companies would pay money to have their product put on a certain shelf in a certain place.
Yeah.
And I don't know if manufacturers like Arcade One Up do that, or if
Oh
Walmart decides that now.
no,
Maybe
they all do it. They pay for it, man. It's all
so the
every
manufacturer has to
square
pay for
inch.
it. Like,
Every square inch of space because okay and Chosen said that he'll be happy to come on here and keep it PG. but I'm gonna tell you this how it works. So the amount of money you pay,
Yeah.
and this is big with Walmart, and I could be wrong, but from what I've understood and like some econ stuff that I looked into
Hmm.
a while back, is that they're so powerful in the way they move, like them, and it's not so much as like what it is with like Amazon now, but
Hmm.
with Walmart, since they're a brick and mortar store, they're so funny about the amount of space that they have, that they dictate not only the amount of space that you get, that you pay for, and your price.
Yeah.
So like it does you are limited by your profit margin when you deal with a brick and mortar or a larger store like Walmart,
Yeah.
because they're going to tell you, yeah, you can buy this much space, but that's it, and your price can only be this. And if it does go down, like and I get why they did it, because check this out. So for every single cab that you saw in Walmart,
Hmm.
all the Simpson cabs that were $500 that dropped down to 199 or 250,
I never saw
Walmart
those,
already
but
bought those.
yeah, they already fitted the cost for it. Yeah, it's not
They're
like
yeah.
it's not a
So
car dealership.
yeah, so you gotta figure, if Walmart is always going to make money, if they're always going to make money on a profit, and they dropped it to 199, what was the MSR, or what was the purchase price or the ticket price for
Oh,
them?
I think they take losses on purpose, though. They do take losses on purpose. Like I don't. I think they probably didn't there. They probably paid 150 for it and still made
Yeah,
$50.
I think it'd be probably more of a break even situation,
Yeah,
because you
but
got to
that
think about
might be
how many
to
cabs
move
did they
out
make.
old stock and warehouse space too. Is
Yeah,
what I was thinking. But yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they got to keep it moving. You're right. Um, and that's interesting to know that those manufacturers still have to pay for that. Like, so I was at Walmart the other day and I bought these cat beds, and the tag on the actual cat bed said $14.84.
Hmm.
And the guy was like, "Oh, he's like, I got that for my cat." The guy who works there, he's like, "It was $10 when I bought it, though." He's like, "That's $15 now." He's like, "That's lame." And he scanned it. He's like, "I'm wrong. It's $19 now." He's like, "That tag's wrong." And I'm like, "But there's a tag actually on it that's not Walmart based. It's the actual manufacturer's branding that's like screen printed onto the thing that says 14." I was like, "So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna snip all those off?" I'm assuming they're going to. They're gonna just snip off the manufacturer's thing that tells you what it's made out of and everything. I don't know. So
Well,
in that case, Walmart has dictated the price even more than what the
yeah,
manufacturer
they've
has. So
dictated
yeah, they do stuff that
everything
way.
about it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you. So I'm not gonna mention the product, but this literally happened to me and my wife today. So
Mm-hmm.
we go into the big box, a wholesale club,
Yep.
and we're looking at a printer. But it's a very specific printer. So it's a printer that actually does sublimation also. Because of my team, we're getting ready to do some shirts and some other things and things like that.
Okay.
So we had just been talking about it. We didn't decide to go in there, but we go in there and they literally have the printer, one of the printers that we looked at on the show.
Oh, cool.
One tag says $300. One tag says $249. I tell my wife, I said, so everything on it's the same. If you scan it, the barcode with your phone, with the app or whatever, even the one that reads as 249 comes up as $300.
Oh,
But it
yeah.
says 249.
That's
So
weird.
I take a picture of it. I put it in the cart because I look online, they're going for 350 everywhere else. We go up there, no problem. 249. They don't care.
Yeah, well, that's nice because sometimes I do. I was at Walmart, which was weird to me, and I went and bought my wife the Lego Harry Potter game,
Hmm.
and on Walmart.com it was 19.99, but in the store they wanted 24.99 for it, and I was like, "Can you like price match this? Because I can buy it right now on Walmart.com and just ship it to my house for free for $20." He's like, "No, we can't do that." And then he went and talked to somebody. And he's like, "Yeah, I can do that for you." And then he still didn't want to do it. And I was like, "Dude, why is this such a big deal for $4.99? Do you think
Yeah.
Walmart really cares about that $4.99? They just want you to sell me the thing."
Do you
So
know
I
what
just
I
bought
do?
it online because I didn't want to deal with it any longer. I was
I'm gonna
just like,
tell you what I do, and you can be a smart ass out this world with it. I'm telling you, because this is what I do. If I see that, and I've had that happen to me like 2 or 3 times,
Yeah.
usually the item, the online price is the online price. But if you look at the thing, it'll tell you whether it's in the store and you can buy it online for pickup,
Yes.
or you can buy it like to ship.
Yeah. And this one
I'll
wasn't
buy it.
letting me do that. It was letting me buy it
Oh,
from another store to do that. And that's what
okay,
he was saying. He's like, oh.
dude.
I was
So
like, that's just probably because your inventory sucks and it doesn't know you have one.
yeah, because I order, if I see it, I order in their face, and I tell you, if you want to go there and
I
pick it
did
up,
order it in his face. I was like, watch, dude, I'm going to pay $19.99 for it right now. And I hit go and I bought it. And I got it the next day. Somebody delivered it to my house in a freaking caravan.
okay,
Like, it
so
was super shady. I think
yeah,
he actually drove to the store and got it. Walmart's been shipping stuff really shady. Like it was like a family in their caravan with a little Walmart plastic bag that was all taped up. And I was like, did you just Uber that shit to my house? Like, that can't be cost effective.
yeah, they just went over there and got it. It was like, oh, let's pull it off the shelf, and we got. Hey, that's what Best Buy does now.
Yeah, I guess, huh? That's weird. I know
Yeah, like
GameStop has been doing
so
that for a
Best
while.
Buy doesn't have warehouses anymore.
They just have stores.
They have almost all of their stock in their stores. If you go into Best Buy,
Wow.
like in the back of the store and in the middle of the aisles, you see like, wow, why does Best Buy have so much inventory in their stores?
Oh, that's what the wall. I noticed that recently over the last
Yeah.
year and a half.
So they don't they I think they eliminated their warehouses and everything is there. Like when I call, like, because I bought my television, I bought a TCL, like the 55-inch 6
Mhm.
series, the one with all the the bells and whistles before the 9
Yeah.
series or whatever. But they had one that was a pre-used one. It was like a return,
Yeah.
and
About
the
floor
TV
model
originally was like
maybe.
$900,
Mm-hmm.
and then it dropped down to like $799. But they had it in the store for like $400,
Nice.
and I could put a warranty on it. So the problem is, I'm in Atlanta. I know you don't know like distance. So Savannah, no, it was in Macon, Georgia,
Okay.
and I'm in Atlanta. So it was roughly like an hour and 10 minutes away from me.
Okay.
I drove the hour and 10 minutes to save that money.
No, and I've done that too.
Yeah,
So I did that with the monitor I'm using right now because it was a stupid IPS Dell monitor that had NVIDIA G-Sync before they kind of
yeah,
became a little bit more cost efficient. Like this
yeah,
monitor was $700 originally. I wouldn't have paid $700 for this. I paid $349 because it was the floor model at
yeah,
Best Buy, and they let me put a warranty on it too. I still have the warranty on it. And I think I got a 3-year warranty on it or 2 year,
yeah,
but I think it's either just ending now. But it's been great. It doesn't have any issues.
yeah,
Um, it was worth it. And that monitor still sells for like $699 online. I'm like, why? It's old.
yeah.
I guess it was a good it really was a good monitor. They must have used quality. I don't know enough about why it cost so much because I have another Dell
Hmm.
that I bought from Dell on sale for the exact same price that I paid for this one used from Best Buy, and it has HDR.
I got you.
So I'm
So
like,
so we've got into it. So let's finish what Chosen One said, and then
yeah,
we
yeah.
can move on to the next time. He just said that he says that the county case will be on the end caps at Christmas, and he said basically saying that
Yeah.
the arcade winners be out there. They'll be back in Walmart during Christmas time, and there'll be so many of them. They'll be on pallets in the middle of the aisle, and I
There
and I
will
tend to
be.
agree with that.
Yeah. I'm going
I
to be
tend to agree
snatching
with
up one of those MK cabs when it's on a pallet in the middle of the store.
Yeah, I am too. So
I'm going to wait till
let me.
those go on sale.
All right, so let me switch over to the next Tapico,
All right.
and here we go. Arcade went up in Screengate. I'm not super familiar with it. I hear everybody talking about it.
Well, let me ask your opinion on it.
Okay.
You're aware of they're just saying it's washed out screens. How big of a deal is that to you? Like when you're
You know-
standing right there in front of it, it's not that bad. It's only when you're like, I don't
Okay.
know, man. I don't play my arcades laying down on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I didn't think it was a big deal until I started buying screens from different manufacturers. So now
Okay.
that I have the iArcade, I have the
Mm-hmm.
at games, I have the arcade one up, and you can put different arcade one ups next to each other.
Yeah.
And man, I never noticed it. You don't notice it. I'm gonna tell you, the people who notice it are people who are who have their cabs next to something else.
That
and they're
does make
trying to figure
sense.
out.
Yeah, you need a good measuring stick, and that makes a good measuring stick. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're trying to figure out, well, why does this cab look so sharp, and then this cab look totally washed out? And I had that same problem when I
It's
first
not the
started
word I
playing my.
thought you were going to choose to use.
Oh, no, I
Why
had
does
that.
this one look so butt in a different word? I can't.
No.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay, gotcha. So, so until he gets back, I'm gonna push pause. I'm just gonna go solo dolo uh, until he gets back on. Let him handle a little business. But yeah, for y'all that's watching, for the few people that's watching, I guess that, like I said, I had an issue with my stuff when I bought my pinball, and I guess before they started doing, I was in the Sin Series One. I was in that first group of guys that got the pinball, and I was like, man, this screen looks like crap. I hooked up the computer, I had the graphics card, I was playing everything, and I was like, man, if I play it on my computer, it looks really, really good. Same 1080 screen. Well, not the same 1080 screen, but 1080 screen, 30 or 60 no frames per second. I mean, because it's pinball. I mean, it doesn't really run super stupid crazy. Hold on, are you back? All right. So I'll put you back on. There you go. So it wasn't until I got the updates and I started like tweaking my visuals and my graphics card that I noticed
Mm-hmm.
the difference. So when I did it, I could see a total difference in the way it looks. And
Like
now
night
that
and
I've
day.
even, huh?
Like night and day difference kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it is because it was like it seemed like it was like wax paper or something over it. I didn't know
Yeah, like
what was going
Vaseline
on.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a fog or a haze. Uh, so I
You're
get
not
it when
supposed to
people.
blow your weed smoke all over it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, man. So
I'm just joking. I'm sorry, everybody.
it's okay. I wish.
I
I
know
wish.
you can't do any of that. That's a bad joke.
I wish.
He's a young good lad that only skips through the forest.
Yeah. Well, I'm a young good lad that is afraid of random drug tests.
Yeah, well, you should be because work is pretty important and being able to feed
Yeah.
your family and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get you.
So that's about it. So I mean, I don't know. I think that I saw that
Hmm.
some other guys were having arguments about these screens and stuff, man. And
I mean,
I don't
yeah, if
know.
it sucks, that's gonna not be good, but it'll come back to bite them. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
so. I don't have to worry about it in the end.
Yeah.
Somebody would raise a big enough stink that they probably would fix it maybe before it gets out there. I don't know
Well,
because
I'm gonna
maybe
tell
they
you
bought
what.
100 of them, 100,000
Yeah,
of them. Who
when
knows?
I was looking at a lot, some people had made an observation that it was kind of real. It was like we were doing so well with the progression of all the stuff going forward, and then all of a sudden at the end of COVID and everything's going together, and like all the stuff was starting to pick up, and we were starting to get parts back in from China. That
Hmm.
all of this stuff started reverting. All of a sudden, all of the parts started getting worse, and that was kind
Hmm.
of weird. Like, how do you go backwards?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I guess it's a thing. I don't know.
I'm seeing the puff puff in the chat.
Yeah, the puff puff.
But yeah,
Beautiful one
it's
to the puff puff.
um,
All
but
right,
yeah, I
Las Vegas
agree.
girl.
I haven't been out to Vegas since they made the recreational stuff. I'd like to check that out
Oh,
because they do everything there so much larger than everywhere
dude.
else.
Okay, story. We always
Yep,
break off in the story, right?
I love it. I love stories.
Okay, so one of the largest dispensaries in Vegas. I don't smoke, but I got we went to Vegas, and it was like you can't go to Vegas and not see this thing live and in person just to know it's there, right?
Yeah,
So you go to a dispensary. The thing is so large. Some of these things are like little miniature stadiums where they have all this stuff, and they have like drone shows that come out. So the drones come out and they do these aerobatic shows in there, and they do all of this stuff inside of there.
that's
It's
crazy.
Vegas. It's a show. Everything is big.
That's
Even the
pretty cool.
dispensary is huge.
That's
It's
pretty
crazy.
like that's crazy. That sounds really neat. I wonder if there's like a Willy Wonka weed place in Vegas where you can go and see like all the plants growing through glass and stuff. And
I don't know. I'm not
There's
gonna
like
go.
a
I don't
chocolate
know.
waterfall.
Chocolate water. I'm pretty sure if you stay at any one of the dispensaries long enough, it'll turn into a Willy Wonka
Yeah,
dispensary.
probably. You're probably right. Oh, that's awesome. I love the stories though. That's a good one.
Yeah, I love him too. So let's see what we got next. You ready to move on to the next topic, or you got
Yeah,
something
yeah.
else you want to
No,
say?
we can move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's see what we got here. Boom.
Hmm.
So I arcade. It says this is what I asked, and let's see what everybody thinks about it. So I arcade online community play is it enough to keep you interested? I say that because I don't I didn't even ask you. Do you have an arcade?
I do. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was a Kickstarter backer.
Oh, you did say that.
Yep.
So
But
I have
you and
one.
I have a similar experience, I think, because you have at games. It has
Mhm.
online play.
Yeah,
Why isn't it like? Why hasn't that made at games bigger than what it is? Like I'm trying to
because
prove a point here, because
well,
this
I
is
think
what you're about to say. Probably. Go ahead.
well, okay. Everybody has their own thing. So for me, I think that with ad games, you didn't expect much. I think with ad games, you knew
You
that
don't mean to laugh,
they.
but that's probably true.
I mean, for real. I mean, you just didn't expect much. They never taunted that they were going to have this awesome library.
Well,
When
yeah.
you,
I mean, you had your thumbstick to it, and you got an awesome library.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, all of us, anybody with common sense knows, unless somebody comes out with some kind of super fight Kate server hack that you can plug into your
Which
at
would be
games
cool.
later, you're not gonna be able to play those games with the people that you want to
Yep.
play with online.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen. It is what it is. So I mean, you bought the at games knowing that you could play all of these games, but you knew they were going to be in the comfort of your own home. And if you
Yeah.
did play online, there was going to be stuff like bang beads and you know,
Squash.
yeah, squash. I mean, it's stuff cool that's going to play, but are you going to really play this stuff for 4 hours in a tournament or
Yeah, like a week. No, I'll play it like a couple
nah?
times
I'm
every
gonna
couple
I'm gonna
months.
go in there if somebody's inside the little online thing,
Lobby. Yeah.
the what you call it, where you just sit there, the lounge or whatever.
Yep.
If somebody's in there, and you say, "Hey, do you want to play?" and they're like, "Sure," and you play a game, and it's like, "Okay, I gotta go."
Yep.
I mean, that's it. Now the difference is with the arcade, when you bought it, the first thing they said, "I love John, I loved everything they've been doing," but the whole thing was you knew it was a beefier game. You knew that it was more premium. You knew that you were
Yeah.
promised to get these AAA titles, and
There's
you were
like
gonna be
Streets of
able,
Rage,
yeah,
Shredder's
you're gonna be able to play
Revenge.
that type of stuff, and
You got
you're
Dead
you
Cells. Give me more of those. Why are
yeah,
like
and you're waiting on it. I mean, I like I said before, we've had this discussion before on other shows,
yeah.
but I think that if you went out and you got a title that is good but doesn't demand a terrible lot for an IP, especially in the United States, that has pedigree, but people would love to play it and play it in tournament style or play it online.
Yeah.
I think like we were talking about what was the what's the game with the vampires, like the fighters? I can't
Not Dark Stalkers and
yeah,
stuff.
like a Dog Stalkers or Blaze Blue or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I have some pixel art type games that would be great on the iArcade that I don't understand why they don't get them because they're like RPG type games that'd be really fun to play on. That they're no different to playing Dead Cell. They're
Yeah,
very
like
similar to them.
okay, like I've been preaching this for a while. I'm about to pull this up. I got it in my Steam library as a wait. There's a game that I went to. I went when I went to Southern Fried Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
They do all the indie stuff there.
Oh, cool.
And they have these indie rooms, and when you go into indie rooms, you have all these developers pitching games, and they're like letting you know. So last year, I went to there last year, and there was a game. It was Five Fist Fighters or something like that.
Okay.
And dude, when I tell you that this game looks so and plays so freaking awesome, it's a completely independent game. It's a beautiful game. The mechanics of the game is awesome. If somebody like John was to reach out to these developers, these small independent guys who have had the hardest time getting their game out the market, and say, let me put your game on this machine.
Yeah.
What do they lose?
Yeah, I don't understand. You think
You get a
I mean,
game that's awesome. It is every bit of a AAA first quality modern game, but you don't have to pay all these high IP taxes for it. And it's going to be released on Steam, and it's going to be released on all these other venues. So when people want to play it, they can play it on your arcade, or they can play it on the computer. They can play it wherever they want to, and it's only going to make the experience that much better. I just, everybody wants them to go after these IPs that they just can't get.
yeah, I think that they're not proactively doing that now. I know on Twitter I follow Prince Malcolm. I think that's his name.
Yeah,
And,
Prince Malcolm. Yeah,
he's always trying to get indie developers to go on iArcade, and like, I feel like his efforts are going on the wayside or something. Like, because he's doing a great job. Why doesn't iArcade jump on all that stuff? I don't know. I would like, because some of those games look like they'd be a lot of fun to play multiplayer on the iArcade and stuff. So,
dude, yes. Like, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna kin Five Fist Fighters to like a Tekken.
okay.
In the sense that it's not for everybody. I'm not gonna say it is, but it's so good that people who generally probably wouldn't want to touch it will touch it anyway, because it's gonna be that much better than everything else that's on the cab. You want to pay $30 for a game?
Since? Like,
huh?
Have you heard anything about it since you saw it at Southern Fried Gaming last year?
Man, I've reached out to this developer, man. I know that they're still out there, and I know that they're still pushing their stuff, but
okay.
I mean, I'm gonna buy the game whenever it comes out because it looks that dope. But man, I've sent stuff to them. I wanted to get them on. I wanted to preview the game. I wanted them to talk about it, maybe so we can get somebody, get some more of the stuff out there about it. But I can't get in touch with anybody about it. So I mean, I think that it's one of those.
I'll do some searching and stuff too.
Yeah, but once again, okay, if they're that frustrated or they're that into whatever else is going on, why would like somebody like Zhang in the arcade team reach out to them and say, okay, look, while you're in the middle of development, you haven't put this game out yet. Here's every spec you need to put it on our cabinet, right?
Yeah.
You're already developing anyway. Develop the ARM for our cab and let's get it out. Stop fighting with the rest of the people. Stop trying to figure it out with the rest of the people. Let's put it on our cab. Put it on our cab and make other people want it.
You make a really good point about giving them the specs, and because they do have a demo. They have like a developer unit.
Yeah.
Because
everybody has a dev kit.
Pixel.
I had the dev kit for Xbox forever, until the newer stuff came out. I used to get dev kits all the time. Nice. I mean, but it's always out there, and you can get you need to ask them specifically for the specs, because everything I believe they do is pretty much Android based. So you need basically need an Android gamer dev kit or a something that's kindred to it, and that's all you really need is an Android based dev kit, and that's almost free. You can get it anywhere. You can get it from Android themselves, and then you can put it all on there, and you can just run your program through there. You can run crash tests. You can run server tests, server load tests. You can run everything on that thing, man. You can be done.
One time on a live stream that iArcade had, I told them, I was like, you guys should go find a bunch of state schools and stuff that have game design programs and give them your dev units so they can make games, and then you could because that would get your name out there. All these kids going to school be like, oh, I made a game on the iArcade. Them saying those simple words would get that device out there more and more and more.
But that's what's crazy. The iArcade is basically like Android based.
Yeah.
You don't even need a unit.
Well, you do. Yeah, I guess for the button mapping and stuff like that, you could, because the guy on Orange Pixel, he had to have the unit before he could finalize submitting games to them.
I mean, they can send out tops. I mean, those tops without the bottom, shoot, send them out.
And that's what he did. He only has the countertop.
Yeah,
That's exactly what he has. Is just the
yeah, send
countertop.
out the tops, man. And and I asked this question because I'm not frustrated. I just know that this week
Well, I am. I wanted a couple more games. I'm not
I bought
excited about it anymore,
yeah I
man.
bought two of the games that were released this week.
Oh, you did?
Um,
Okay.
I can't even tell you what they are. I'm
I don't.
just gonna
I
be
don't know
honest
what
with
they
you.
are either.
Yeah, I bought them because I was like, okay, it looked kind of cool. One of the games I bought this week was squash because people play squash. I don't know why squash is such a big game, but people like to play it. Okay,
I
I
think
bought
it's
squash.
one of those easy games that they can put online quickly. I really think they're just going the at games route. Which
You think so? I'm not gonna. I made it a point. I'm really not gonna mention a whole lot of other YouTubers on our channel anymore on
oh
our
yeah, and
stream.
I'm cool with that actually. Yeah,
So I mean, and that's my own personal reasons. You take it,
I'm
leave it,
cool with
whatever.
that. Like, just keep it.
Yeah, I'm not mentioning nobody, but I will say that another YouTuber had mentioned something about that about like uh just being, but the unit having the ability now, when they put these USBs on there, it's
To
only a
hack
matter
it,
of time
someone's gonna
before it's
hack it.
hacking.
You're
And I
right.
and I, and I just wonder, have they given up? Or have they said, okay, we can't get the IPs that people want, or how about this? They can't get the IPs that they want, and they believe that they could get. So now they've made their cabinets accessible for people to get into it, because there's no way, there's no team, no development team that has left every stone unturned. There is some way to get into this thing, and the fact that it's Android based only makes it that much easier.
Yeah, that mystery encoder dude will figure it out. He seems like he knows all about that stuff. So
Yeah, but it's
fingers
so many
crossed.
people,
Go
man.
go get one mystery encoder.
So I mean, I think that they
Save
just giving
us.
up. And in that case,
You might be right because like maybe they're like this. They're like, okay, we try to get all these IPs, we're not, and it doesn't matter. Like even we have to like try for 5 more years till people start taking us serious. It seems like. So why don't we just stop it? Let's just
yeah,
get our name out there the same way. Like you said, maybe they're giving up. Maybe they're just going to go the route of at games. Just let somebody hack it and dump all those games on there or something.
yeah. I mean, I say this much for at games. People were like, "Hey, man, it's the trash can, the arcade games, and all this other stuff." But dude,
Well,
when I
trash
bought
can has the best food in it. Then
but
I'm going to eat there every night.
when I went into it, when I got it knowing exact. I had already built a PC for it, a low end PC for it.
Mm-hmm.
I had already had everything ready to go by time the software and all of the sauces and everything had got up. Man, I had, like I told you, I had already been working on my 3 terabyte build way before I could put it all together and make sure it worked. By the time that I got it together, all I was doing was testing and improving to make sure it was stable.
Nice. That's
You
nice.
see what I'm saying? So I mean, but at that point, I knew why I bought it. I bought it specifically for that. Are there games that they have on the At Games machine that I like? Dude, there is a game on that machine. I don't. It's something bug, or it's like fruit bug, or I don't know. It is some Japanese game that you're climbing up the tree, and the thing is dropping fruit
And you
down
like
on
that?
you, and you're shooting it out of the sky. And if you get hit, it sends like these skull and crossbones on you. Dude, that's one of the most
I'm
amazing
gonna
damn
play
games
it.
I ever
I'm gonna
played.
check it out. I'm gonna check it
Me
out.
and my wife, we spent hours playing that game. It's so simple, but it's
I
hard.
like simple. I think simple can be fun. Like think about what this Steam Deck people did. Out the gate, you could put a bunch of emulators and crap on this. They didn't give a crap. They
Yeah,
don't give why. So why should IRK give a crap? Nobody's saying, but I guess maybe that's because Steam is a lot larger. They've been around for 20 years. I've only
yeah.
had them for like 15. So
Dude, once again, 20 minutes.
yeah,
I had 50 games on here.
nice. That's awesome. That's
I mean,
awesome.
like 20 of the 50 of the best games that they got. I got Gods of War running on this
That's
thing,
awesome.
Fight for New York,
That's
Tiger
awesome.
Woods, whatever it is you want, I got it.
That's cool.
I was
That's
like,
really neat.
but it wasn't that complicated. You know that doesn't mean. I'm gonna tell you, and this is
Did
what
you
I
do you have a
mean by this.
high-low? Do you have an MVSX?
I don't have one.
I was gonna say because that was pretty easy to do
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna get one, and my wife was like, "It's not that I can't get anything else." You know, once I do the tour of the room, people will honestly see, like, I don't have the ability to expand.
Add one, yeah. It's not like where are you
Yeah,
gonna
you
put
know,
it? Strap it
I
to
just
the
don't have
ceiling?
room. I just don't have the room. You know, when the Mortal Kombat just came out,
You're gonna like buy a
um,
bunk bed and strap it to the up part of the bunk bed so you lay
yeah,
down in it.
she was like, "Hey," I was like, I want my having," because I was supposed to get the Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
I didn't get it because okay, I had to choose, and I know this is people are probably gonna boo me to death, but I
Oh,
had to
whatever.
choose between keeping my OG Pac-Man cab or replacing it with my Killer Instinct cab. I
You'd
kept
play
my
your
old
Pac-Man more, probably.
dude. My nieces, my 13 and 6-year-old niece, love to play my Pac-Man cab.
Yeah.
So
Pac-Man is the only cab that I bought two of, and because I gave my mom my old one. I gave
yeah,
her the OG one that you have,
yeah.
and I thought that was the screen on your cab. The OG one is way better than my legacy screen. That legacy screen's up. It
Dude,
looks like poop.
I love this cab. I Frankenstein the crap out this cab. This cab was $70. It was in pieces. I put it back
Nice.
together. I hacked
That's
it.
awesome.
It was a
It's
pie
alive.
build. It was a pie build, a big controller, all LED, all tricked out and whistles, and I got the Tulsa Arcades light up riser and all this other stuff, and it went right back to being a OG cab.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Beautiful says Pac-Man all day. That's right. It's one of the games that I always go back to. I just have fun playing it. I'm not even that good at it. you
I'm
know,
not, dude.
I
I'm not
die
good at
after like the
I'm not
fifth
that good at
stage.
anything. I just
I just
enjoy
have
it.
fun, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I used
So
to like be very competitive when I was a little kid, but yeah, I've given up. I've realized that I tried to enter a Halo tournament one time when I was like 20 something, and I got my butt beat so bad that I was like, I'm never doing that again.
yeah,
Like,
it's like like I okay. I almost caught myself again. So I like getting in some of the fight tournaments.
yeah,
I think I like, and I this is what I like. I like the idea of having the tournaments for novice
mm-hmm,
people who don't have 1,000 hours behind developing timing for a player or all this other
yeah,
stuff, man. Like I watch videos about how to get better at some of these games, and dude, like it's so much math and science and like playing all this stuff. Like people take notes and they're running clocks, and it's like this move has 33 milliseconds, and I'm like, dude, I just want to play. So like
yeah. You can do that, and it will give you an edge, but I don't think that seems like work, right?
Yeah, it does. Like, where do you have fun? Like, my wife asked me a question. She said, "You spend so much time building this game room, so much time building these computers, so much time building your pinball machine, so much time hacking this, so much time building that.
It's the
When do you
journey.
ever sit down to play games?"
Maybe you just like the journey more. I don't know.
No, I mean, but I thought about it and I said, you know what? I had to make a conscious decision to say, let me just stop and
And
play something.
start breathing in life a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and I
Because
really
I feel
enjoyed
the
it a lot
same
more.
way.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed it a lot more. But I don't want to get what I don't want to do. I was going there is I don't want to get back into these tournaments and all this stuff where
No,
these
I
guys
can't.
are playing and they're like tier one. Somebody hits you one time and they never stop hitting you and you
Yeah,
don't know how to block. And I'm
yeah.
like, man, this is crap. I'm like, I don't want to play that.
It's not
I
fun when
mean,
it's the game. Like, yeah, I don't. Or they always pick the same character, and you're just like, I just want to explore and have a good time. But the
yeah,
person
so
just keeps doing the same thing and whooping my butt. But
yeah,
yeah,
so I mean, they can all you know what I'm saying. I get on Fightcade every once in a while, and I just mumble around and I pick a game and I have some fun and I get my ass kicked and I get on Street Fighter Five and I do it and I get on. And my biggest thing now was probably something that everybody is probably gonna laugh at me like a mug, but I'm playing a lot of CS:GO now.
that's a freaking classic, dude. Why would anybody
That's what I'm
laugh at
saying.
you? That's like the OG game if there ever
Yeah,
was one.
I'm playing because I never played it. I always thought, CS:GO for me was always about those super nerds that sit at the computer for 55 hours and
Yeah, right.
become, all this stuff. And I was like, dude, that's not me. I don't do that. And
Yeah.
I put CS:GO on this machine, and I bought this. I built this keyboard, and I got this mouse, and I got all these macros, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play, and I love it.
Nice.
I want to say in the 50 matches I've had, I probably got 10 kills, and I love it.
Yeah, no, it is, and sometimes you can find a really good group of people too that'll actually take you under your wing and teach you stuff. Because, heck, that was one of the games I think that when I got Half Life in
Mhm.
Steam back in the day, that CS:GO was like one of the first things that you became aware of because it was a competitive game. Like, so yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Beautiful one says, I am a nerd. I
You
will agree.
are a nerd, but that's okay.
I love being a nerd. It's okay. I mean, you know what? I gave up a long time ago. I like what I like.
Yeah,
You know.
and
So
that's
do
okay.
we? So now we talked about the IRK stuff.
Yep.
Anything else you got? Any closing raps about the IRK?
Nope. Nope.
All right, let's go on to something else. Uh-oh, this is all on you, baby. You ready? It's all on you. I'm here for the ride on this one. Yeah.
Yeah. The Steam Deck. Yes. So, I want to talk about something you brought up a lot. I don't know if you watched the guy who has that YouTube channel, Jerry Rig Everything, where he like scratch tests stuff, and he
Okay,
like,
I've seen a little bit of stuff, yeah.
yeah. So he took both the Steam Deck models, the higher end etched glass one and the lower end one, and he tested the etched glass, and yeah, he doesn't think that there's really any benefit to buying that one versus the lower end model if you're buying it just for that glass,
Hmm.
because they're both glass.
Well, my thing
So
was that I'm gonna tell you what got me, and I said the same thing to you, is that my wife is notorious. We don't have anything that comes in our house that has a screen that could get cracked that doesn't have some type of tempered glass screen protector on it.
yeah.
So when you look online, they have the privacy screen protectors, the anti-glare screen protectors,
Hmm.
tempered glass for the Steam Deck, so it just peels on and goes over it, and there you go.
Yeah, well, so I'll never put a screen protector on mine now.
Why
I don't,
not?
I don't do that. I don't put screen protectors on things.
Oh,
There ain't
that's
no
man.
screen protector on this phone either right now.
Look, you're just tough. You
No,
you
I
you
just
tough.
I don't put I don't I'm very conscious of it. I don't put it in my pocket with keys.
Okay.
So I've already scratched enough phones, and
Mhm.
I break the stupid screen protectors so often that it's cost more money to just buy new screen protectors for me. I drop my phone a lot. Like a lot. That's why I bought this Pixel phone, because it has like one of the strongest Gorilla glasses on it, and every
Okay.
other Pixel I've had has never. The screens are all still functioning on them,
Oh,
and
that's
they're
cool.
all old as crap. So I kind of was like, yeah, I'll be safe. But yeah, I don't. I even have an old DS here.
Hmm.
I got an old Mario DS here, and
That's
ain't,
cool.
ain't no screen protector on this either. And this is old crap. You can see a bunch of fingerprints on it too, but
All right.
it's not scratched. There's no scratches on any of these. And this is, when did I buy this?
I don't know. I got one in the other
2010.
room I need to pull out. Yeah.
2010 it says.
You know what's crazy though? Like you're rare. You are
What?
rare because most people treat their stuff like crap. I will honestly say
Oh, I have pride in ownership. I came
I
from nothing,
I
so
I, uh, I, I
I
have too,
take
but I
care of the
will
stuff I
say that
have.
I
Oh yeah,
snuck
I'm
this
not saying that you don't. I'm just saying
I snuck this into a place that I probably shouldn't have had taken it to. I'm not gonna say where because I may have other people watching this video. Um, and yeah, it was all in pockets and other stuff, and I was like, man, yeah, I gotta get a case or something or scan or something for this thing.
that.
Like, I want to keep it white. The only reason why I bought it white because it goes with everything with my setup and everything.
No,
But
and it's nice. It looks cool. It's sharp looking and stuff.
you know,
But yeah, I do try to keep things nice. It's like I could bust. I have all the old Steam controllers, and they look like they're brand new. And those things are like, I don't even know how old those are. 15 years old. You
Oh
know.
wow.
So, but I learned to take care of things because I didn't have a ton of that shit, and my dad was always like, "Oh, you should have pride in your ownership," kind of stuff. So he drilled that crap in my head.
Okay, so yeah, we're pulling out. We're pulling. So
What you
so we're
got
pulling out.
there?
Oh look, so BM. So pulling out old stuff.
Oh, you got SP. Oh shit.
So let's
That's
see what else
awesome.
we got here. Oh yeah, a crap ton of games.
The SP was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you
So
got a Game Boy game in there. I saw.
oh yeah, it's dude. It's like it's so much stuff in here, man. It's crazy. Like we
That's
bought
awesome.
we
You
bought
are a
our
nerd.
yeah. Well, the thing is, it's funny. We used the excuse to buy games, to buy
Yep.
handhelds back in the day when our son was younger. Like we were like we'll buy three of them, right? So we could play with him.
Yep.
You know, if he didn't have anybody else to play with, we could play with him.
Yep. Yeah, I
Guess
did
who?
that with my kids, but
Guess who are the only people who still have all their devices?
you and your wife.
Yeah, we got them, man.
Yeah.
So,
And I was
so
the same way. Like I still have the devices, but my kids destroyed theirs. Pretty
that's
much.
crazy. That's
Which
crazy.
sucks.
So, question I wanted to ask you. So, if you see it, here it
Yeah.
is. It feels like I'm always interviewing when I asked about the Steam Deck. It says, "All things cool. Are the rest of the peasants still excited for it?" And this is, I guess, coming from you, a owner, to me, a peasant, because I have to find alternatives.
Yeah. Are you
Uh,
still interested in it? I don't know. Are you still? Are you?
I
You still
am.
want it? All right.
You know, and I'm interested in it in the weirdest way. I think for the weirdest thing, like so, like me and my wife was talking about something. We were talking about, believe it or not, cruises.
Okay.
We go on a lot of cruises.
That's
Sometimes
cool.
we cruise maybe twice a year. You know, maybe
Right on
once
the
or
sea.
7-day cruises. We just love them. For us, it's like the ultimate thing. We actually don't almost even care where we go anymore. It's about just being on the ship, or unplugged from the world, and being able to eat
Yeah, not
and
have to like worry about housework and dinners and
just
shit like that. Yeah,
done.
for
Like
sure.
yeah, like when you go to like sometimes when you go to these other vacations, you still have to worry about moving from place to place in your own vehicle, and
Yep.
figuring out what you're gonna eat and all this other stuff. When we go on a cruise ship, we always go like to some place that has about three or four stops, and we get to see the man. We go places, and sometimes we don't even get off the boat. Man, we wait for everybody to get off the boat. We go sit up in Serenity, and we realize something like the last couple of cruises. We went to Alaska for 2 weeks,
That's cool.
and we spent a lot of time in the bar in the sports bar. Well,
Nice.
we were there all the way to the very last day that we were in the sports bar, and we had no idea they had Xboxes and PlayStations in there. Like they're not even visible. Like you have to go to the bartender and say, "Hey, I want to play Xbox." Like I've been
Oh, and
a
then they
guy,
give you a controller and you can play
dude.
right there
They
while you're
open it
sitting.
up and there's like 5 Xboxes on these big screens,
That's pretty
and
crazy.
they can't say no.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess because of the rules or whatever, like they're there to let you play them, and they have pretty decent games. But I was telling my wife, I said, what if we didn't need their stuff? Like she has her Switch with all of her stuff on there.
Yep.
You know, say, hey, Xbox is fun, sir. Hey, what's up, Mo? Xbox is fun. I'm not knocking the Xbox, but I'm saying I didn't know I was on this cruise for 2 weeks and I've been on, man, we've probably been on 20 cruises. And for whatever reason, they say you always find something new on a cruise. We always have so much fun. This was the only time we went on a slower cruise that had like a lot of older people on it, that we had time. Like when we went into the sports bar, there was like 5 people
Oh.
in the sports bar. You can get whatever you want to drink. And some guy, man, some younger guy came in. I would read your stuff out loud and put it on the screen. Sorry, but tweaking with new software, and it doesn't allow me to. I haven't figured it out yet. So, not putting you on the screen, not being funny. I had to tell a couple other people that stuff earlier. It's just a disclaimer. We love you guys. Thank you for coming through, but I just can't put it up there because I haven't figured it out yet. Okay. So, but back to where I was at. 2 weeks on the cruise. Didn't know some kid came in. He literally sat right in front of us in front of one of the screens, and the guy came over. He's like, "Hey, what would you like to play?" And he literally popped in Matt, and I was like, "Dude, what? Like, hey, give me another controller. Let's go."
That's pretty cool. That is.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but I was like,
now
okay,
I want to
so
go on a cruise.
but that just told me, I was like, for the amount of time that since now we've been on so many and we've done so much stuff on there,
A Steam
we
Deck
spent
would be cool.
it would be cool. Like she has her Switch. She loves it. She'll have everything that she wants to play. I have my Steam Deck. We got the internet package. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Papa Brad? Oh man. Okay, we got some people coming in. That's what's up. Thanks for coming. Hey, disclaimer, I can't put the stuff on the screen for you guys to say hey, because I can't figure it out yet. It's new software, so it's there. But hey, we love you and thanks. Oh, you like the tunnel in the background? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's new cool stuff. And so, but yeah, I think this is gonna be dope. I mean, we go on the boat, we charge it, we play whenever we feel like we want to sit down and just sit down in the Serenity or sit down in one of these lounges. Man, we get something to drink, we get some food, we're hanging out, and man, we just play some stuff. Man, I think that for me, that's gonna be the epitome of my Steam Deck experience when I'm traveling, because I travel so much.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my plug-in to my house where I can't take into this other stuff, and I still want to get on. Like it's a PC, and I think that's gonna be what I can't wait for. So, in my instance, I'm still excited for it. So we got two or three guys on now. We got Beautiful One, we got Moat, and we got Papa Brad. I don't know if either of you guys have the Steam Decks. If you do or if you don't, are you still excited about the Steam Deck coming out? And if you have one on order, is it something you plan on getting? Just a thing.
Yeah.
I know I'm still excited. I think that my excitement changed lanes.
Yeah.
I think that what I wanted for it in the beginning was a little different from what I wanted for it now. So like before, I was all about trying to put my my Xbox Live on it and all this other stuff and Windows and all this other stuff. And I was like, man, but no, I don't want to do that. Let's see what Mo has to say. He said, I'm still waiting for my 512 to be fulfilled. I like to want it, but I might be a little deflated. Yeah, I get you. It's the time itself has kind of wore it off a little bit. My wife says, she says, I'm excited to play Fall Guy. See, she's so simple. I love her to death. All she wants to do is play Fall Guys on the go. She wants to get her butt kicked in Fall Guys in Alaska like she gets her butt kicked in Fall Guys here in Atlanta, Georgia. That's cool. I get it. She's gonna beat me up. So
yeah, I still like it. I'm excited about it every day. I touch it every day. I still look at it and I am very happy I bought it. I don't look at my Tron and do that.
It's crazy.
That Tron costs more.
Dude, I'm literally in this room every day, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in this room and you see all of let me see. Okay. So all of the stuff over here, plus I got all of this stuff over here, and I got stuff in front of me. I got 2 PCs in front of me and 3 screens and all this other stuff. And I'm so excited about this little thing. For anybody who wants to know, this is like my emote. Since you're on here, it says it's endless. Says the endless. You did very well today.
Yeah, I played some 2K22 with them, and it was like the second time I ever played the game. I was like learning, and thankfully the buttons kind of pop up on the screen to like. So now I know how to counter. You use triangle, and I know to use like Moat helped me with this. He said to use your one special move, you use R2 and X. And then I started noticing, I was like, oh crap, the screen's telling me that stuff too. So then I started doing a little better. And I was trying to like, every time my guy would get stunned, I'm like trying to hit every button because I don't know what buttons you're supposed to press to get the guy up. But I seem to get him. You might not have to press any buttons. You might have to just sit there. But we grew up in the generation that if your guy gets knocked down, you got to hit buttons to get back up, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Most definitely, most definitely. Like you just like you're button smashing. Get up.
And the
Get up.
PlayStation controller works really good for that actually because it's kind of smooth. You can be like, "Wah." I was like, just like flying everywhere.
So Mo, you're here. So Mo said, "How could I be the game killer if I never had a PlayStation? I don't have a PlayStation, and I finally have. I got this, and I'm looking for a PS4 to throw into the room right now. So if anybody knows
PS4 is still
anybody
pretty
with a
good
with a
machine.
white PS4 that they
Ooh.
want to get rid of, I'm not skinning anything. I just had some terrible experiences with skinning, and I'm pretty dang good with vinyl. I just don't feel like skinning
Have you
any
thought
game.
about getting like an Xbox Series S because it's white? Because that would look nice on
No,
there.
because I already have all the Xboxes.
Oh, all right.
I'm an Xbox guy. I have the Xboxes. I just don't have the PlayStations.
Okay,
You know, and
I got you.
I said I'm a venture. It may be counterproductive for me to get it, but
No, I don't know. Like me, I haven't bought an Xbox Series X yet because my computer kind of fills that role a lot.
well,
Um,
gotcha.
but I did buy a PlayStation because there's games on that I can't play anywhere else.
Okay.
Um, I haven't, and I don't
So
know. Did Microsoft shoot themselves in the foot based off of that? I don't know.
I think they did because I didn't buy the Series X.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't buy the Series X because of my experiences with both of my Xbox One X's.
Okay.
So I have two of those. I have one downstairs, upstairs. Me and my wife, we played a lot of stuff
Yep.
together, tournament stuff. So we play online together. So we have two of them. I didn't buy another one because I felt like I didn't with the amount of games that were offered
Mm-hmm.
for what I like to play. I never felt like I was getting my money's worth out of it. It's more entertainment console to me
Mm.
than game system. Sometimes I play it a lot more now. It's funny now that the system is actually older and they have a new system. I play the system now more than I did then. But I did say this. I said I would future proof myself. So specs. I built a Ryzen 7 5800G 64 gigs DDR4 4000 clocked out 16 3800 with a 3070 Ti and it's got an AIO's liquid cooled and I'm good.
Yeah, that computer will last you for 8 years.
Yeah, I don't think I need to and
No, you
it's
don't.
crazy. And it's true. These people okay, tell me this isn't true. I didn't believe it. Console guy, scared of PCs. I always bought junk PCs to play backup stuff on. Everybody in the PC world says, get a PC. The PC costs more, but you can always upgrade it. You have it longer, and the games are pennies. The games are pennies, if
You can
not free.
mod them too for free. You don't have to pay for all that
It's
crap.
crazy, dude. Like my PC library makes my console library look whack.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do emulators for every console on a PC. They're emulations, so if you don't like that, then whatever. But
Yeah,
you can do creative stuff on your PC, video editing, Photoshop,
yeah,
drawing, all that stuff. You can't. So there's a lot of stuff I think that you really get out of a PC. And like I said, your PC will, you won't have to upgrade that for 5 years guaranteed. You might even get to 8 and still be able to play some games on lower settings. So
yeah,
I build computers too, so
yeah,
those are pretty decent components you put in there.
yeah.
They're
This
they're
was my
more than they're better than middle of the road, so they should last you. It's not like you put a 3060 in there and you didn't. It's not like you only put 16 gigs of RAM in there, and it's not like you bought a 5600 AMD processor and you didn't buy like 3200 megahertz RAM. Like you did everything a couple steps ahead, so that'll kind of future proof you for a few more years too, which
Yeah,
is nice.
and that was the purpose. That was the
Yep.
purpose. I was like, hey, if I got to step out on this thing, and it was crazy because I
Yeah, and if your
literally,
video card goes wonky, buy a new video card for that generation that it goes wonky in, and you'll probably still have a good computer.
yeah, and now that I have two micro centers less than 25 minutes away from
Oh
me.
shit! You're
So
lucky as hell. Fudge.
I got like a 3 year warranty on my graphics card. So if it ever goes wonky, I'm getting something new.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, Micro Center is awesome.
Dude,
You're
they
lucky.
are.
Mine's an hour and a half away, so
Yeah, I got two within 25 minutes. Hold up. Story
yeah.
time. Break again. Today, we go to Market Center. My wife loves. I got my earphones, got my
Mm-hmm.
headphones, got them. Steel series, cool as crap. I love them. Awesome. 7.1 surround on these things they go stupid, right? She listens to them. She says, hey, I want a set. We don't look.
That's
We
awesome.
get in the car. We go all the way to the first one. They don't have it.
Oh,
We get her a keyboard. They're clearancing out some kind of. They got some pink mechanical
okay.
keyboards they got on sale for. They were like $60, $70. They're clearance them out for like $15. Her setup, which we're gonna show her setup when we do the video. My setup.
Nice.
We're gonna do them separately. We're gonna let you guys tell us who got the best setup. I don't want you guys giving my wife no extras because she a woman.
Well,
She
that's
gonna
what
go
we're gonna
hard
do.
in the
Now you
paint.
said it.
We
Now that
go
you
go
said it, we're going to.
going hard in the paint. She gonna have to fight for her own. So we got two completely different setups. But she bought another keyboard. Now I have two or three keyboards, so she has keyboards, and we're doing this. I mean, we're loving this, man. You know, we're such empty nesters. You see her talking about me. So, but we left. They didn't have the headphones in the store. Going back to the store, we went
Yeah.
up there. They didn't have them. So I asked the guy, "Hey, does the other micro center have them?" Yes, they do.
Oh, and that's nice because it's only a short distance. So
It
that'd have
was
been a day
10
trip for
minutes,
me.
10 to 15 minutes from one micro center to the other micro center.
You live in the best place ever.
Dude, I used to have two micro centers, two Fry's,
Oh, that's crazy.
all the Best Buys, which they don't count anymore. But I'm trying to
Yeah.
think about some other stores that were pretty good. Like we literally just got, and I know we had one of the last ones in the country. We got one of the last Radio Shacks. We had those forever, so they were good for buying like diodes and stuff
That's
like
pretty
that.
cool. Yeah. Good
Um,
old Radio Shack.
yeah, so I mean, we were lucky, man. We're lucky. We have all this stuff here. Like, man,
Yeah, you are really lucky.
I was really upset when Fries went out of business finally, but I mean, I'm loving Micro Center way much
Micro
more.
Center, knock on wood, they don't go anywhere. Hopefully, so
I think they have a niche.
they do.
You
I hope
know, I
so. I
think they
would
have a
say
niche because they have
they did a good
everything here.
job during the pandemic too with the shortage because they were doing things a little bit better than some stores were, like trying to get people to get cards without getting a bunch of cards. They were trying to stop resellers and stuff. And oh, and
Dude.
that's another thing, real quick. You probably don't have a subject on video cards, but can we talk about video cards real fast?
Yeah, let's go. Hey, man, hold on. Let me go to this right here. Boom. How about that?
Nice, nice.
Ha ha! I
So
already had you covered before you even knew it.
yeah, this is like something interesting because if you go on StockX, you can get a couple 3090s and 3080s for cheaper than retail price right now because
Yeah,
the market dropped down so bad for the video cards that now that you can buy cards lesser than retail price, which is pretty awesome.
yeah.
Like I was pretty excited about that. I was like, oh crap, I can get this card. I don't need it, but
But you can
somebody
get
else
it.
might want one. Yeah.
It pisses you off because, like, dude, I'm literally in Micro Center today, and we walk like I was part of that Micro Center GPU thing. So
Yep.
let me tell you, they made it sound good, but I almost got in a fight and probably could have got locked up getting my GPU. Real
Waiting
story.
outside the store to get your number and stuff.
Dude, that was the most horrible situation ever. I went up there and camped out overnight on a Tuesday.
That's
I
what
got
people said you had to do if you wanted
and,
one.
and you did, but this is the deal. Like there was a big disconnect between the people that were in the Discord community that
Yeah.
already had this stuff spin out and the people who just went by what other people were saying. So
Yeah.
they said, this is what I was told. Come out, you get in line,
Yep.
and you go in line and you're good. So when I get out there maybe, dude, I mean, I get out there early. I mean, like 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
10:30 at night. I set up my chair. I got a bag full of snacks and food. I'm good for the night. I know if I put my stuff, I know that I'll be able to go to the restroom or something like that. Like, no
Yeah.
problem, right? So we're out there all night. And literally, there's like a lot of cars in the parking lot, and I didn't really pay attention to it. So there are like a lot of empty chairs and stuff. I'm like, what's going on? So they about 6 in the morning, they do the lottery ticket thing.
Yep.
And about 5:45, you see about 60 people just walk up and walk right in front of you. And I'm like, holy shit, what just happened? Where did all these people just come from? So me and this lady, and I've been talking like we're like in the middle of the line
Yeah.
to the back.
Yeah.
And now like we're cool because we're like, okay, we're in the middle of the line. There's maybe, like I said, maybe 20 people in front of us.
Yeah.
You know, I'm feeling pretty good about getting this card. And all these people walk up in front of us. And I'm like, hold up, they literally have a number of the amount of cars that they're gonna have that day. So I'm like, I instantly got pushed out of it. So I go up to the front, I'm like, hey man, what's going on? He's like, oh, you didn't sign the list when you came up. Sign the list? What list? You've been sitting, all you people that have been sitting up here the whole time. You saw us back there and you knew we ain't signed nothing. You sat there and signed up your friends and buddies, and you had them walk up in front of us. Dude, man, they almost had to call the police, man. I'm not gonna say I'm thuggish, but you pushed me to the limit because I had my
I
time
feel you,
out there.
man.
Dude, I had my time out there. I sat up there all night, and it
Mhm.
was a lady that came out there, and a couple of ladies, women that came out there with their kids, like those sons and daughters that were
Yep.
in the same predicament as me, who did exactly what they were supposed to do. They came out there and sat in line,
Yep.
and nobody said anything about this. So, dude, I pulled a flip the table move, man. Like I took the paper. I was like, yo, if I rip this bitch up, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna have to go off of?
Did you? I would have.
I mean, I got, you know what? I mean, it wasn't, I was like, you know what? I don't
Did
want
you
to
get your
have bad
card
juju
that
and
day?
bad karma, man. So I didn't do it. But the manager came out and he was like, look, man, he said that, you know, and I'm going to tell you what happened. They actually changed the process after that day. After that day, that's when they went to the on the phone thing, and you got your lottery thing on the phone, because they got away from that signing some kind of group thing, because the people could sign all their friends on and they weren't there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't fair. So the manager was like, look, this is just for the lottery tickets that we have, the little papers that we have. He said, I'm telling you because we don't want no problems that there are more GPUs. He said, what you do at 9 o'clock when we open the door by maybe 8:30, you walk back up in the line and you be the first person in line after we open the doors, and you guys will have, whoever's in line will have first choice of whatever's left. I said, you know what? That's cool. And I end up getting, I think I got a 5,700 or something like that. What's up? What's up, Brad? Big Brad Embry, BE. So I got a card that day. It was an AMD card. It wasn't what I end up keeping. I ended up keeping it for like about a couple of weeks. And then I walked back in the store. I went to get some buttons for my pinball machine, because they have the joysticks and buttons and everything in the store. And I got the buttons, and I walked through the back of the store, and they had the NVIDIA cards. They had a couple of them. They had my card in now, the 3070. Yep. They had it on the shelf, and they had 3 of them. Oh, and cool. I talked to the manager. I was like, dude, I want to get the card. And he was like, yo, I was like, look, I'm gonna, what's the return policy on the card? He's like, you got 30 days to return the card or whatever. And I was like, oh, it hadn't been over 30 days, but this is the deal. You can only buy one card every 30 days.
Oh, yeah.
That's their policy. Like, they scan your license and everything. So when that happened, I went back and I was like, hey, look, is it possible that I can exchange it?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, if you bring it up here. And the dude was like, he was super mad, cool. So I got a light that messed up on me earlier in this. I keep having to fix it.
Oh.
So the guy was like, hey, if you can, I hold this card for an hour, hour and a half. If
Yep.
you can go get it, bring it back in the box, I'll return it and I'll put your store credit towards it and you can just pay the difference. The difference between my 3070 and the AMD card I bought was like $45.
Oh, nice.
So I ran home in the middle of the day like a bat out of hell, got my card, ripped it out of my PC, took it back. But man, that was a horrible experience for everybody around the country who thought that, Microsoft was doing some kind of awesome thing with it. They were, because they had them in stock, but yeah, it took them a long time to get that situation straight, man. And
Yeah, the one in Massachusetts was really weird. I was in a Discord community, and they weren't doing anything like what you said. There was a rule that you could put your chair up, and then they didn't let people stay in the overhang overnight, so you had to put your chair up and then sit in your car all night long, and then people would go and grab their chair in the morning, and that's
yeah.
what everybody was doing. But there was no, I didn't ever hear about a sign up thing. But I ended up leaving that community because it was very.
Say
like,
it.
People, a
Go
lot of
ahead
people
and say
thought
it.
they knew what they were talking about. And I was
Yeah,
like,
go
you
ahead
don't
and
know
say
what
it.
the
They were some dicks. They
yeah,
really
I
were.
was like, you don't know
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
they were dicks in person too.
Yeah,
Like
oh,
I
they
told you,
were.
I had one little dude that
Yeah.
he's like, well, what are you gonna do? I was like, dude, I said, I'm telling you. And the dude got up on me, and I'm not trying to be. I don't know how everybody is about weaponry and hardware. I'm an ex-police officer, and I still keep my hardware on me. I was like, dude, if you get in my space and you touch me, you may not walk away from this joint. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah,
Stay
you
away
should
from
be
me.
aware. People can have guns. You should be careful who you fudge with.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, don't touch me. He was like, well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm like, dude, I'm
I'll
just letting
defend
you know.
myself, man.
I'm
You
too
might
old to
not get
fight.
up after it.
I'm too old to fight. I don't want to have to pop you over this graphics card, dude. That I may or may not get. I'm just letting you know. But
Right.
if you touch me, it's a
Yeah.
wrap.
No, I would have been upset. My wife doesn't like it when I speak up about stuff like that. Like I've since stopped. Like this one time, this guy whipped into a parking lot and then kind of like pulled through the spots, and he almost like sideswiped our car when he did it too. And I got
Mm-hmm.
out and I was like, dude, it's a parking lot, man. Slow down. And he like started getting all lippy with me, and so I kind of, told him to shut the heck up because he's in
Yeah,
the wrong. There could have been a small child, and he was going fast enough. He would have just killed that small child. And I'm
of
just trying to
course.
get him to slow the hell down. It has nothing to do with anything else besides just slow down, dude. But he's like, and I like mocked him because he was all huffy puffy, and I huffy puffied him back. And my wife was like, do not ever do that again. I do not want to get shot. So I haven't done it since because I'm a big guy, like if there's somebody who's smaller, I might intimidate them. I don't know. They could shoot me and they might be justified. So I'm
I
like, all
got
right, I
you.
won't do that.
But this is crazy. So since we've
But
been
yeah.
sitting here talking, I guess I don't know. I guess our show has been that good. I actually lost a subscriber while we've been talking. That's kind of crazy. Okay.
Oh, that's bogus. Nobody. What do you mean we lost a
Hey,
subscriber?
it's all
I
good,
don't
man.
trust YouTube, actually. I think YouTube doesn't tell you the right thing.
I don't care. I'm having fun, and this has been a lot of fun for me, man. And I know you're on, man, and you have a lot of fun, man. So
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying it, man. I really enjoy that you get a chance to kick it with me, man, and we have fun, man. For all the few people that come through and watch us, man, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
You know,
we really do.
just really do. I really appreciate it. I got a chance to really just sit here with you and do some stuff, and it's kind of cool. So
I had
let's
a
zoom
good
up a
time,
little bit.
man, as always. Um, I hope I hope Papa Brad didn't leave us because he thought we were talking bad on IRK. That's not the case at all.
Oh, no, 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 no. I love our
Oh,
arcade.
Papa Brad's here. I was like,
Oh,
thank
he's here. He's
God.
still here. He's
I
still
was
here.
like, I was sad because Papa Brad's my buddy, and I'm
No,
always like,
I love
I
the
don't want him to,
Arcadians. I
I don't
try to
want him to
find,
think that we
yeah.
don't like the IRK. I still like mine.
I love it.
I
Like
know
I
a
said, like
bunch of people have been bashing it, so
yeah,
it's
I haven't bashed it. Like I told him before, I think that we see you said Papa Ray says I am here. I think that we just made it a point to say that we wish they would reach out to more developers. If the
yeah.
hold up, let's just say it like this.
Prince
If
Malcolm
if
is doing a
all
great
of the
job, but
if
that
all of
happens.
the AAA top tier companies won't allow iArcade to put their games on their systems, reach out to some of the other developers that are making awesome games, because those games will be future classics. You
Yes.
know, don't
Hit up
miss
those
out on a
indies,
game that could be a future classic because you were waiting to put something on
like a big
that,
license or
you
something. You
know,
know what I
this
mean?
going to cost you so much money that it's not worth it to you.
Yeah.
You were an innovator when you came out with your cab. Be an innovator with your game selection. That's what I
Yeah,
say.
and another good, like I have a game on my phone that is an Android based type of thing, and I think it'd be a really fun game. It's a game I have on Steam, but they made a phone version of the game, and it's like a worker placement. It's called Bad North, and it's like this weird Viking game called like Jotun. And
Hmm.
you just take these little guys and you level them up, and there's invaders that come, and you got to like fight the invaders away, and that could be great. I would play that on the iArcade. Like
Yeah,
it's simple enough,
and think
and
about it. Those type
it
of games
looks
like that,
neat.
those are the games that you can play against people because they're score based
Yep.
games. You know,
Yep.
like, you know, once again, leaderboard based games. Like, who has that score? You
Yep.
know, it's not hard. I think that the science in behind this is not so complicated that it's rocket science. I just don't think it is.
Yeah. Well, like we all have said, they're a new company. They're doing it.
Yeah, they're a small team company. And Brad,
Yeah, he
understand
even
what?
said it. He just said it right
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
yeah. What I'm saying is that small team company, reach out to small team people.
Yeah.
You
Get
know,
those indies to
get the
make the new
games that people
classics.
want. Like, there are so many games. Like I said, you got your game, Five Force Fighters. I'm gonna say it 100 times again. That game, I can't even get in touch with the developers. Pull it up on YouTube, look at it, see what you like it, man, and that game will be so freaking awesome on this thing. I know it's gonna be a future classic. It's gonna be a cult classic with people. I'm usually good with betting on stuff like this. If they could get it and get something, now even if they can't get that, but get something like it,
Mm-hmm.
it would take away from like the Mutant League football debacle and all this other stuff that they had.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
really
it would
care
be
so
good.
much about that anymore. I'm just looking forward to playing more stuff online, more games online, get that going more.
Yeah.
They're making new changes all the time, which is nice.
Okay. Well,
You
we've
got any
been
other
on.
subjects, or was that all of them for
That's
today?
it. That's all the subjects I had, man. I'm
Oh.
not that smart. I don't.
No, no, those are good subjects. We had a good time. Like,
Yeah.
we
So
should thank everybody for stopping in and
yeah,
stuff.
for all
And
the guys that stopped in. So let's go. I'm gonna go up the list, and I'm gonna go down and come back down. So of course, me again for coming for this being one of my things I started, but you coming on endless. You are 50% of this now. We have a new intro, so it doesn't. It's not my thing. It literally says both of us on it, and we have our own theme music,
yeah,
and everything. Thank you. I made it. I'm pretty proud of
it's
myself.
cool. I dig it.
Okay. So I want to say thank you to Chosen. Hey man, you're always. I hope that you can
You
come
got to
on.
get
Like we said,
on.
we want to get you on, man, and so you can talk and talk to us, beautiful one. It's my wife. I'm not even gonna let her play the role like she in the background. She fills in, man, our numbers sometimes, man, when we can't get nobody else, man. Baby, I love you and thank you so much. Let's see, who else was out here. We know we had um Mike of all trades, Big Moat, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. You stopped by at least for a little while for every show, man, and we really appreciate it, man. I really like watching your content too. I will say this much, man, that I don't watch a lot of guys. I watch a handful of people. Not that I don't like a lot of other people, um, but I
We
do
got
like your
lives.
I like your
Work.
content. So I mean, that's real. That's real talk. I don't blow smoke. What I don't like, I don't like. What I do like, I do like, and I'm just gonna keep it at that. That's why I'm not out for numbers or whatever. And I like your show. It's pretty cool. I like your. That's why when I reached out to you about the question I had for you, it was during your own show. It wasn't during one of the other broadcasts you had. It was something I saw from you, and I appreciate it. I like your show. Thanks for reaching back out to me, also. And for Big Papa Brad, hey man, I hope to see you in a couple weeks, man. I hope to see you in a couple weeks, man. Make sure that you bring the missus out, man. We're gonna have us a good dinner, and I can't wait to see you. I hope that we have a good time this year. I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, I hope to be able to come to that too. But I just giggled at myself because I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be like the outcast that didn't bring his wife.
No, 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 no. Don't feel that way.
I'm
We
not
said
going. I mean,
we
I
will hang
will
out.
feel that way, but you don't have to feel bad about it. My wife isn't going to feel bad about
Well,
it. She's going to be like, I'm happy to not go
well,
to
our
a video
wife,
game convention.
my wife, she didn't come to the last day right before they shut down. We
Yep.
brought her in, and Brad's wife was there, but most of the other guys they didn't have wives. Like let me see,
Like
uh,
everybody I know, there was all
let's see
kinds of
who
people
else was
there.
there. Um,
Stringer Films went there,
Stringer was
and
there. He didn't have his wife there. And what's our boy name?
did
Retro
Retro
Ralph.
Ralph go?
He didn't bring his
Yeah.
wife. So I mean, it was just a couple people. Like it just showed up towards the end that had their wives there. I mean, it was cool. Everybody's wife not into it, but then I know I met a gang of women who love games, and their husbands could care less about video games. My best friend, my best friend in the whole world. I try to get him to come to my house and play stuff. Man, he'll sit in his room for 2 minutes.
He's like, well, let's go do something else. That's funny. Yeah, my wife likes her Nintendo. She likes her Switch, and she likes some of those classic games like Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers stuff. But she won't go crazy with modern gaming stuff. She's not playing Elden Ring anytime soon.
Yeah.
But
So,
well, I appreciate you having me on and stuff, and thanks for
man,
adding me
having you
50-50.
on, I
That's
appreciate
awesome.
you sticking in it with me, man. Because Lord have mercy. Let's see. I'm gonna play this thing once again, see if I can get it to play, and then you can check it out one more time. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay. So. Hello. So that was it. That was us. Okay. So how did you like it?
I thought that was pretty cool. I like the fade in of everything, and the music's nice. The music reminds me of like Stranger Things,
Yeah.
which is
And
cool.
you
I
know
love
what?
that music.
Funny story. I've only seen one episode of Stranger Things ever, and they
The intro
literally
is all I like it for.
well the
I
crazy
love that
thing
intro.
is like the whole season one, Stranger Things, and what was the one they had about all the about all these zombies or whatever?
Oh, The
What was the
Walking
show?
Dead.
Walking Dead, Stranger Things, and a couple, and the new show that's on Netflix about the wrestlers and all that other stuff.
Oh,
They're all
Glow. I like Glow. Glow is
yeah,
awesome.
they're all not Glow. It's the one with the dudes. The Glow is about the women, right?
Oh yeah, but Glow's cooler than the one with the dudes.
Yeah, of course. But they're
Gorgeous
all
ladies of wrestling in the '80s. How can you
yeah,
go
gorgeous
wrong?
ladies are wrestling, baby. But they were all filmed in my little hometown.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, they're all filmed. They're all filmed right here, not that far from me. So got a chance
That's
to watch it.
awesome. That's super cool. Yeah, because you're in Atlanta. That's right.
Yeah,
Nice.
they're all filmed. They're filmed like right there in Coweta County, Palmetto, and Noonan, and Sharpsburg, and
That's
all
pretty
those
cool.
places. Right there where I went to school, and all this other stuff where I live. Like I literally was at the place where they filming the grocery store. I grew up. The little grocery store that we had is where they did the waffle, the Eggo waffle scene, and it's always been so big
Yeah,
and everything in there,
that's awesome.
and the front for the wrestling show was there, and all this, and the Walking Dead, that like the whole back lot where before they made it all was all there.
That's
So
pretty darn cool. Yeah,
yeah,
they did a lot of that around there, huh? That's right.
yeah,
They heck, there's like a bunch of productions still going on. I think around
dude, they have so many studios here now. It's ridiculous, dude. You can't go anywhere. It's crazy. So what's
there.
it? Brad says Stranger Thing was really good.
Yeah, he says we're in high definition.
We said what?
He says we're in high definition.
Are we?
Yeah.
Do we look good?
Your camera looks
Are
amazing,
you?
man.
What'd you say?
Your camera looks amazing.
I was like, are you entertained?
Yeah, it looks great. It's very well. You did a great job, man. You
Well,
really did.
I tried. I wanted us to look a little bit better. I like the little swirly thing. That was very hard to do.
Yeah, it's cool actually. I like that a lot. The background's neat.
Okay, so I'm gonna call it a wrap. We gonna keep.
Yep.
We'll talk forever. So,
I know.
so hey
Sorry.
man, Dan, man, thanks coming through, Miss Dan, aka Endless One Up. Awesome guy, man. Hey,
I
if
appreciate
anybody,
it, man.
hey, if you're out there, I know we only have a couple people. For those that come back and watch our stuff, 'cause I do have the algorithm that shows that people actually do watch our stuff after the fact. So please to go check out Endless One Up's channel. He's very masterful with the Steam Deck right now. He's putting a lot of content out there about things that can be played and things that can be done. Please take the time to watch out for it. This is I'm going to play the Real Dragon's Lair at the next season.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
At the way back. Okay.
That'd be cool.
That's cool.
Well, I hear thunder and lightning. So
yeah.
Should wrap it up before I get
All right. So yeah, we're out. Thank you so much and peace. Peace, brother.
Peace.